everyone, it's Diane. Welcome back to my channel, Scrap Addict Creations. Today I'm going to share part of day 2 of the November album retreat. I was able to get 3 of the layouts done. It's almost 10 o'clock, so I'm calling it quits for the night. The last layout that I haven't done is called 'Tis the Season. I will share the picture and some of the bits with you, but I haven't figured out how I'm going to do this one because I really don't. This is the one I don't care for. So that's why I didn't bother working on it yet. So first I will show you all the ones that I did do. Let's see here. I just finished this one, so let me pull this out. So this is the original layout. These are big sequins. Let me see if I can show you one. I should have left one out, but I was kind of tossing everything aside. So I didn't write on these. There's just these little lines, but on this one I put, it's actually a silver colored pencil because I don't have the marker that they say to use. And yes, I'm all inked up, so sorry about that. But you just draw on those lines and then you can kind of fold them and they are like paper sequins, which is really, really cool. I have the sage ones and the ballerina ones left over. One, because the page is smaller, of course, in my book. And 2, these are huge. But I did flip over the blue one. The blue one that they have here is a wood grain on the other side. So I did that because it kind of mixes better with my layout. Now, this sparkle is adorable, and I want to use it on something. I'm not sure what. They wanted us to put silver marker, they're called the metallic markers, on this and make it all silvery. I don't have that, and I wasn't going to color pencil this whole thing, so I was just like, no, we'll use that another way. But there was this piece of silver right here that I wasn't using, and so what I did is I cut Use Sparkle out of that little piece, so that worked. I did change my background. So the background they used was, I want to say it was honey butter. No, it was shortbread. And then white. And they used ballerina down here. I opted to use red. And I really like it. It's a really cool technique. We just put the masking tape across the page and then just kind of inked it. It gives it a lot of definition. They also used Scarlet ink to splatter. And I used my Scarlet Shimmer brush because it was easier. So Miranda has speech on Thursday. She has it Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So she had speech. I had a doctor's appointment. I had to get gas because I was on empty. And then I had to pick up some dinner. So I was really late getting back. And that's why I was like, okay, now I've got to start this thing that started at 2 o'clock and it's 5. So yeah, that's why I kind of took a little bit of shortcuts here and there. So I did flag or dovetail the silver paper that they included. This paper is some that I had. I think I got it at Notions. It could be Stampin' Up. It could be close to my heart. I have no idea. I'm thinking it's not close to my heart because this litters a lot of glitter and these don't. So this is probably something else. But I did add that piece and then this little piece of black down here. They didn't put anything really here except for that silver piece right there. And then they put sparkle right up against the line. And I just was like, it doesn't really work for me. So with what I did was I changed the background to Scarlet because I like this paper and I thought that really kind of magnified that was Scarlet. I'm also, as we've talked in the last day or so, more of a traditionalist when it comes to Christmas. And I do love red and black for Christmas. So, and hunter green type colors. So like the rosemary is pretty good. That's a little lighter. The pine, that new pine, gorgeous to me. And this, because it's kind of a cranberry-ish red, I love it. So those are my traditional Christmas go-tos. And which is probably why I love Christmas Story so much, is because it's got all the colors I love. I love them. So I ended up cutting one more sheet of this. This is 6x7. They had one in it, and then they had a small piece. I cut another piece so it was mirroring it. I cut this piece down to, I want to say 8 1/4 by 10 3/4. And then I cut the black paper after I matted the white paper onto the black and cut it where the trimmer was just lined up along here. And then this Scarlet paper is just my normal size. I did use, like I said, it's a colored pencil. I put my colored pencils away. I cleaned up because my desk was just trashed. So it's a silver colored pencil, and it worked really well. I was really impressed. I didn't try it yesterday because I didn't even know I had it until I started pulling out my colored pencils for another project that I ended up getting rid of those as well because I didn't care for them. So we've got gems on here. We've got these little stars, kind of asterisks. And then I've got the U Sparkle. What else do we got on here? We've got black. I matted everything in black. These are pictures of Miranda decorating our tree. And I thought U Sparkle was pretty good, especially since, I mean, she's just got this big old smile here and big old sparkly smile right there. So I thought this was pretty good. And she was so proud to show us the different ornaments. And I love this one where she's got a little handy on her hip. So that's what I did with this to start off with. I know, quite different, but still I'm really happy with it. And that's the other thing is, even though I'm changing these layouts, I do really like the initial concept. And so I'm more than willing to remake these at some point and just have fun with them. So on this one, Christmas Eve, I went and I got some Christmas Eve pictures that kind of matched this paper. It is mist as the background. I was not sure I was going to stay with the mist. I did end up staying with the mist. We used pine down here at the bottom. Then it came with this little silver strip. This was that silver pen. And since, again, I don't have it, I did cut out a cut file of that one. So let me show you what I ended up doing. I did omit the pink. And I ended up omitting all of the colors on this. And this is what they'd used ink, and I didn't like how it was looking on the camera. So I did the colored pencils, and I liked it a lot better, but I just didn't want the bright lights. I just didn't want it. It didn't match with what I was doing. We did use the white gloss spray on the top, kind of, so it kind of looks like it's snowing, which I really like. And so what I ended up doing was restamping all of these using silver colored pencil, and then the Gamma-Sol to kind of blend it so it looked nice. And then I just used the clear shimmer brush on all of these. And my plan is to go back over it with glossy accents, or I did get the crystal effects. I think I've got crystal effects now. So I'm planning on going back over these to make these look like, light bulbs. And I'm a big person with clear. I love clear. So that's why I did this. I redid that. But this is a cut file that's online. And then this was part of the class. So this is a stamp. Let me grab the stamps. And I didn't do all the stamping that they did. I was trying to catch up, and I was just like, I can go back later and do it. But this Christmas, I really like this word. This Eve is a die cut, and I colored that with pine ink with the little brush. This right here is a stamp. And there's so many stamps on here. It's so funny when they're talking about it. They're like, okay, go to the one that has like ho, 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 go up to over one. It's hilarious. So this one right here is a dotted line. So it's a dot between a dotted line, if that makes sense. So it's a dash, dot, dash, dot. Kind of like I think they're calling it Morse code. Again, I had to fast forward through some of it. So you take that and you go across the bottom, and then they used pink, as you can see, or I think it was ballerina ink here to go across that. And I decided to go with Seabrook. So I did Seabrook, and then the ink is pine. So I kept everything pine. I didn't want my title two different colors because they did pine and then Seabrook. So I just kept everything pine, and then I did this in Seabrook, and then I did these dashes and stuff with with pine, and then used these little squares on the thing to do these, which I thought was really cool. I really like this stencil. It's really great. So that's what I did there. On here, they did Ho 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 and Snowflakes. So the snowflakes went on Periwinkle. The Ho 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 went on to, it was Scarlet on Ballerina, and it had Ballerina photo mats. I went with just white, or French vanilla, sorry. And then I switched this to the light side of this mist and put the snowflakes and the Ho 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 on both of them. So I still have those patterns. And then there was a couple of patterns that I used the one side. They're like, oh yeah, use whatever side you want. I kind of stayed consistent with more of the misty colors, sage, Seabrook, and mink to kind of keep this consistent. I didn't want to toss in any pink colors. This is some twine that I had in my stash up my little jar up there. And it is gray and kind of a creamy color. So that is what I did here. The pictures, I just found some pictures I liked of Allison. She opened these jammies, and then she put the jammies on. I think she has her clothes on underneath it. And then she opened the blankie, and she was all snuggling with the blankie. So I kind of went in order. Oh, and she got her Care Bear that year. They came back out with Care Bears, and my kid loved Care Bears. So that was this. Let's see, the pine I said. We've got the silver here. Oh, this tag, they had put it right here for journaling. I actually got some ink on it. So I was like, well, I really like it. So I shoved it kind of down there, and I think it looks really cute at the end. I might and probably will after I put the, I'm going to call it glossy accents. I know that they, crystal effects. Sorry, I have to say glossy accents to remember it. They call it crystal effects, through close to my heart. But after I put that on there, then I will look and put like some more sparkles around here, because it definitely needs a little more. I just am waiting. So that was the second layout I did today. And the third one is my absolute favorite of the day. Look at those ornaments. Aren't those adorable? I love, 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 love those. Okay, so what I did is this. Now you were using, let's see here, let me grab that mist back. Yeah, I did write only one of them, but I got it on there. So those has a bunch of dots right here. And that's what we used here with Seabrook. And I didn't do as many as they were doing because, one, my layout's smaller, and two, I wasn't really thinking I liked it a lot. So I did a little bit. We also did some inking here with the masking tape. And then this is a line stamp right here. I cut it because I wanted it to be this size, but then I didn't do the right size over here. So that's kind of what happened there. These little branches right here are adorable. Let me see if I can find them. This one, I really like that sticking out. We've got some holly. Back to here again. Oh, this is for the large ornaments. This is for the small ornaments. The holly is the same one we had used yesterday. So they're just kind of sticking up in here. This circle, this is a great circle. I like it. It's right here and here. This is the stencil. There's little, I know it's so hard to see, these little X's right here on the stencil. Just right here. And we masked this and then inked this, which I thought was really cool. We were supposed to do it on the light side. I did it on the dark side because I don't know how to read instructions real well, apparently, and I wasn't listening. Also, we were supposed to stamp this on before putting the ornaments. And of course, these are all now bent because I forgot. And I was like, oh, I want the ornaments down. And then I realized, nope, you were supposed to do something first. So that is why they're a little mangled. Also, we did the silver strips here with that pen. I don't have that. So because the tops to the ornaments are in the pine color, I just cut some pine strips at close to about an 1/8, maybe even a 1/16, and just glued those on. So it gave you the same look. Let me move that they have here. But this is silver, and then they used black on the edge. And I just, because I don't have that, I didn't do that. I put bitty gems on here. And this right here, because you were supposed to also put a line of silver around here and silver dots and silver on these, I grabbed, let's see if I can find it. I have liquid pearls in platinum. So I was like, maybe it'll work. So I tried it and I really liked it. I thought it worked out really well, and gave it a little bit more definition, of course, too. These are spreading cheer. That's right. I wanted to say something about that. So spreading is the letters that I didn't read all of the list of things that we needed to have for the class. I skimmed it, I guess you would say. And this alphabet I wasn't aware of, but I'm never good with alphabets anyway. So I thought, oh, well, when I was listening to them today and yesterday. But this cheer is die cut, and it's just white, and then you ink it, which is really cool. And because of the way I was putting pictures, I ended up printing this onto, what paper is this? This is French vanilla. And then putting the cheer letters on it, and then cutting it as the banner. And I thought that worked really well for my needs. And I did put the holly like they did here. They stamped it directly on the paper, and they did a rocking motion. I just stamped it. I just stamped it. So these pictures are, and this is why I use the title here for Spreading Cheer, are my kids every year when they were little would go, we'd, of course, decorate our own tree. You've seen some pictures of that. But then we would go over to my mother-in-law's and decorate her tree. So we were spreading cheer to her because her decorating her tree was a little more challenging for her. So it was really nice. We'd go over there and get pictures of all the kids decorating the trees. And of course, I only have some of the years of pictures. But that is what this layout is about. And Miranda's doing the cheese face here. So of course I had to leave that in there. And then this is all the grandkids at that point. Now we have, let's see here. So there's 3 of mine and 3 of April's. We have one more. There's one more grandkid that's not in this picture. And all of these kids, the back row, let's see, Allie and Lizzie are in their 30s. Miranda's 27 now. Noah is 25. Taylor is 27. And McKenna graduated last year. So all of these kids, they look so young in these pictures. I kind of want to send a picture of this to my mother-in-law because they're so young here. I haven't seen them in forever too. But this was my favorite. I would say this was totally fun. This ornament thing. If you've got just some circles, slap a layout together. Oh, they did do silver around here, and I just left this white. I liked it as the white. But oh my gosh, I love this layout. It's so cute. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside, and then I'm going to pull out, where did I set it? Oh, here it is. This one. This is the one I haven't finished yet, and I don't really care for it. So that's why I'm trying to put some extra thought into it. It's got the pluses all over from this piece, and then it's just strips. I mean, it would go together really quick, but I just don't love it. It's not horrible. It's just not something I would do, if that makes sense. I think it's a great idea. I think if I was to do this type of a tree, though, I would do more the kind where you've got that center and then you've kind of got them spaced out. Let me grab some of these and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. Totally not with these papers, though. So we'll leave this as the trunk of the tree. And then I would do something more like, I don't know, these aren't even in order. And this is not, do not hold me to this one because this is not the way I would do this. But something like that where they're spread out. It's kind of like I want to say folk art, but it's not, I don't know. I have an ornament like this. I think Nancy made it for me with string or something. But that's what I would have done for the tree instead. but I just don't believe I'm going to do it this way at all. I think I'm going to come up with something else. Yeah, it's going to take me a smidge to think about this. So maybe I'll sleep on it tonight, and tomorrow morning I'll wake up and be like, I know what I'm doing. And then I'll get this one done. Possibly not. That's okay too. And then we just have, let's see, we've got Let Your Heart Be Filled with Joy tomorrow. Very Happy Christmas tomorrow, which I love this. I love both of those. And this one I'm intrigued by. Not loving, but intrigued. And this is called Holiday Decorating. So I got to come up with how that's going to fit into something I've done. Not sure yet, but I'm sure we will figure it out tomorrow. So now I have shared everything I've done today and things I'm doing tomorrow. This amazing stamp set. Yeah, I can see using this year round. This is a great stamp set. It's got tons of stuff on here. Tons. It's a very, very nice set. So I will see you guys tomorrow with hopefully the last layouts done. And then I will have had 11 layouts completed in 3 days. Oh, goodness. Didn't say that out loud until now. And now my head's going, woo. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and play today. Please like and subscribe if you would like to see more of my videos. Leave a comment. And have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.